Hello, everyone. Hello, I am Judah Bernard at the Rise Creating Your Voice. This is a great day here, and we are live. We are live with the Rise Creating Your Voice. Tis the season. Happy holidays, whatever you choose to say. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. This is the season to be jolly. We're just here. We're talking about season 4, what is love, and what is love being so many things. But we're definitely waiting for our co-host. I'm gonna tag a couple of people in as we continue on. As I see this, um, viewers, I forgot how to tag people. I love just putting people on tag and letting them come in, see what the conversation is about. I'm just waiting on Alana Jakese, and just seeing what it's about. Just seeing what it's about. Definitely want you to stay tuned for season 5. Season 5 is going to be exploding. I will have some live, but then we're going straight to broadcasting. So January 18th, 2022, that will be our first broadcast as a podcast, where we'll be talking, where we can invite you into the audience. So we will be getting our information, so we'll be able to tag each and every one of you who want to be a part of the live audience as well. So let me know if you want to be a part of the live audience. It's not mandatory, but you can actually come on there and say what you need to say, ask questions, and just be a patron on the Rise, creating your voice as we go with a live podcast. Keep it going, keep it going. Trying to get my friend Alana Jakese in here. She's coming in, I guess, yes. So I want to make sure she's able to come in. During this time, I am Judah Bernard with the Wisdom Dialogue, the Motivational Warrior of the Rise Creating podcast, and also the Dialogue Coach. I'm not sure why I can't find her, but let me go in and find her. And maybe she can come in from here. Oh, there she is right there. So let her know that I was in, so we're good to go, we're good to go. What are you guys doing? Oh, I'm sending the request. Yes. She's sending a request, so she's coming in. Bring them on the camera. Oh, they said I can't bring you on the camera. You can't, you get the audience to the public. Okay, I want to see a video. Maybe I can do this then. Let me do this one. Okay, viewers. Guest request. I don't think this is working. They always change this thing. Because it said you can't bring Alana on camera. Why is that? It asked me to bring you on camera, but it did not come up on camera. So I'll do that again. You said I can see your live video. Can't bring Alana Jakese on camera. The person invited needs to download the latest version of the Facebook app to join this live video room. You need to download the latest version of the Facebook app to join this live video room. Oh, maybe this is it. Maybe she did it. Oh, here we go.
Hi.
Facebook is always tripping.
I
Okay.
know. Facebook is so rude to me.
I can't hear you.
How you doing?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Turn your volume up.
Oh, Lord, Facebook. You can't hear me?
It's real low. It's real faint. Maybe I got my I don't have my hearing aid. I don't know. I don't have a hearing aid. So.
What about now?
Volume?
Lord. 1 second.
Maybe it's me. I don't know. Yeah, Facebook be tripping. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? We're here on live. We're just trying to get it fixed. This is our little finale. We're trying to get this Facebook fixed. We'll get it fixed. We'll be ready to go. As you see, you know, gotta stay in the season. Yeah, let me see how this works. That's not right. Oh, here it is. Maybe this works. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's faint. Let me see. I hate that.
Can you hear me now?
I probably do. Because I usually hear you.
Yeah. Can anyone else hear me?
It's like real faint.
Hmm.
It's probably on my end. You know I'm stupid like that.
Because I can hear you.
You got earplugs in or something?
Mm-mm.
Maybe it's...
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I told you it's probably
Okay. Good.
It's probably one of my little Bluetooth something that I hooked up to, and probably that's why I couldn't hear you. How are you? Tease the season.
Well, here we are.
Here we are. Oh my gosh. We've taken a couple of weeks off. Just needed, like I told everybody, we're not robots. We are humans. Sometimes it's a challenge when trying to deal and will, but we're still here. So we're here. So we're going to go and get started.
Rocking and rolling.
Hey, got to keep it moving. So this is the finale of season 4. Oh my gosh. There will be other potpourri and all that stuff going on in between. And we will be actually broadcasting on January 18th. So we'll actually have a platform where we'll be broadcasting and we can invite people in to listen. So we are excited about that. We got a special guest host, which her name is Dee, and she'll be co-hosting with me on the live broadcast. And we will be bringing up some not hot topics, but gentle stuff, but with great content. So we want you guys to definitely listen in on January 18th. Go ahead and drop them DMs to the Rise Creating Your Voice on Instagram or to Judah Bernard 35 on Facebook. You have my email, which is thetrjudah@outlook.com, that you can hit me up because we need those addresses. We need those email addresses so we can go ahead and type you in so you can actually be part of the live audience, okay? So that's what we want.
I will make sure that I am in attendance. I'm going to be watching.
Yes. Well, you can't be watching. You'll be listening because it's listening.
Oh, listening. Oh, well,
yes,
I'll definitely be listening.
Yes, definitely be listening. So you can do it on your phone. You can do it anywhere. So if you're at your job or wherever, you be listening. So it is what it is. So we're getting a little bit more tech savvy. I have the equipment, had the equipment, but you know what? I was like, hey, Facebook off of this, Instagram off of this. I ain't got to do this. I ain't got to set this up and all this stuff. So we are looking to do that January 18th. So to the topic, what is love? And I want to definitely introduce and thank my co-host for What is Love Season 4, Alana Jakese, Lady_Matt Pink.
Yes.
And that's MATTEPINK, and that's on Instagram. And I don't know if I want to say it, but she got a couple of sugar scrubs and a couple of other good smelling things coming out. And so I'm interested in that because, you know, hey, we all need little scrubs here and there, getting off that dirty stuff.
I'm excited about that launching. I will be honest, I'm still in that. Well, not anymore. I think I last night got out of the R&D stage. I don't need to alter my recipes anymore. And it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's unlike other people who may look up recipes online
Mm-hmm.
or find another brand and kind of steal their recipes. I mean, I've literally been in here like mixing like a chemist, but I enjoy
Right.
that. But I think I'm now finally confident that my formula is as perfect as it needs to be to launch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just all in a matter of me selecting the ideal date that I think God wants me to put it out. I'm so
Right.
thankful for my friend who basically pushed me in a way to bring this back, because what most people don't know, Judah, is that I actually started doing this back in 2017.
Oh, wow.
It is just now me coming back, rebranding, relaunching, putting it out there. So yes, I have body butters, but they are body butter gels because they are including aloe vera gel, which is highly, hydrating for our skin. And then the scrubs are salt scrubs, which is extremely exfoliating. It removes the dead skin. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
great. So, and
Yes.
you asked me about a men's line, Judah. I'm definitely gonna make sure that I do a men's line for you and the alpha males out there.
Go ahead
So
and
I'm
get some of that
excited.
coffee scrub and all that stuff, because all that back in the day.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
absolutely. So please follow me on Instagram at Matt Matte underscore pink there, because that's the name of the brand. So I'm super
Okay.
excited.
See, so definitely go ahead and follow her and make sure that you guys just support our black owned businesses, our local entrepreneurs, our brown, black and brown community, so we can just
Yeah,
be great, be great.
yeah,
And the more you support, I mean, and I think for me, the biggest part that I dislike, because we still have to understand sometimes as small business owners, we might have to be at a disadvantage because we have to start some of our products so high, being that we are not a multiple supplier or
yeah. We're not able to
manufacturing.
mass produce. Yeah,
Right,
at a less expense. Yeah,
right. And I think people really have gotten to that mass production and you're stuck there. But I say what I tell people all the time: you pay for what you wear.
yeah, yeah.
And knowing that,
You don't compromise Gucci and Fendi and all of that you pay an arm and a leg and charge credit cards and
but
everything else
but
for.
but we're not going to talk about those
But
people
we're not gonna talk about
who
that. Yeah,
we're not going to talk about those people who make those Gucci's and things too in those
that's
slaverous
what they
countries and
make.
things like that. Yes, so we're not going to
Yeah,
say anything about that, but you buying
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So you have this Miss Jaquise putting on, in the kitchen cooking with the recipes and stuff. So I mean, not why honor her by buying her product.
Yeah, thank you
And
so much. I
yes,
really appreciate
yes,
that. This
yes,
is definitely God's timing for
yes,
me. I'm very appreciative of it, and I know that He is gonna bring people like you and
right.
our viewers to be family to me. I don't want to call people customers, family.
Yes,
Support family. So I appreciate that, and I definitely make sure to support other people. I also want to say before we get into what is love, Cheryl Peterson just
yes.
dropped her cookbook. Yes,
She
you
still
can
ain't
now
contact
get
me,
the
and so we can start a cooking thing. I'm just
you can actually get the physical
yes,
book in your hand, put it
I
on
need
your
that.
kitchen counter, give it away as a gift.
Yes,
Her
I
book
need it.
is now actually, you can touch it. It's no longer, I mean, you can still purchase her ebooks, but
I want to touch it.
now Christmas is coming up. Your friend that's been talking about going vegan, get her that book.
I want to. I want to touch it.
Yes, she's worked so hard on this, and I'm so proud of
Yes,
her.
yes,
So it officially launched, and you can now buy it on Amazon. It's 20 Shades of Vegan 1 and 2. Her as well. It's God's timing. It's time for her.
yes, yes. I am so
So I'm super
excited.
proud of her. So make sure you support that.
Yes, because it's so wonderful. It's so wonderful that everybody is rising and
Yeah.
living in their passion, and that's what this is about, the rise. And as you see, as the graduates and the letters and things like that, when I built this platform, it was about us rising,
Yeah.
um, and not just financially or growth, but rising mentally and spiritually
I
too
love
as
that.
well. Um, and being able to create your voice as God has called you to do your voice or purpose you to do your voice. And most people don't understand that.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to have been, that person um, um, with the platform for you to just push out
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
and rise, and that's amazing. So we're going to season 4. What is love? What is love? What is love? We have talked about so many loves, but we did talk about what God is love. We talked about behavior
Self
love.
love.
Safe love, self love,
Yeah.
behavior love,
Bad
situational love,
love.
bad
Situation.
love.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we've talked about so many loves, and we've hoped that if we didn't talk about it, that we have or give you more time to think about just how you um, expose your love. Let's say that.
Yeah.
Because we don't want you to leave here not knowing how to love. Definitely do some of the homework and the assessments that we put forth in your face so you're
Mhm.
able to actually look at yourself and know what's what's in it for me, and what's in it for you is number one is learn how to love yourself.
Mhm. Mhm.
Learn how to um, intercede with God as far as God being first and God being love, because God is love, because it says it in the
Yep.
Bible. So
Yep.
if you're having those two prefaces available and connected right there, then you can start appreciating the true action of love.
Mhm.
And I'm just a living walking testimony of it. I continue just to be that, because basically that's what I am. Um, but that's what I choose to be too. So
Mhm.
um, the season finale, we've done so many great things, and I'm so excited about you launching your what tell me what it's called, body and butter line or scrub line.
It's an artisan skincare collection.
See,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
made by my God-given hands,
yes,
and yeah, they're body butter gels, and like I said, I call them gels because they include aloe vera gel, which is amazing,
yes,
and they're salt scrubs, and I hope to eventually move into face. Well, not I hope, I will eventually
that's it.
move to doing face products and foot scrubs and all, and like, I mean, I'm just gonna move it forward, so I will be launching with 3 products,
Okay.
and then I will also be putting out a baby collection. So if you know anyone,
Oh,
which it's the winter time, so there's a lot of babies,
ashy babies. No, I'm just
and there's a lot of babies that will be made during the winter time. So by the
yes.
time I launch,
Yeah. But then again, so there's gonna be a lot of ashy babies.
a lot of ashy babies because it's winter. Ashy adults too.
How about look? I'm
Yeah, and
not.
that's funny
I
because
shouldn't
that's
even show
actually
my
my
leg.
yeah, that's actually my slogan. Like anti-ashy. We anti-ashy around here. No, we'll
I'll
do
take
ashy.
2 right now.
I got you, Judah. Listen,
Okay.
all I need is no. Seriously, I am looking for someone to get. I'm looking for people to give me their honest feedback. So I
Oh
will be
yes,
shipping out
yes,
samples.
yes.
So is it cold where you are?
Dude, you think I got this
Okay,
hat on for
perfect.
nothing?
Okay, perfect. So I'll get. We'll need to exchange addresses
Yes,
after
yes.
this. I want to send you a gift, but also I want your honest
Oh.
feedback.
And you know what? I'm just that honest type of person.
I will. I will
Isn't
take it.
that
I
right,
will
CP
take
Peterson? Hi, Brittany. How are you? We're just talking about self-love and celebrating Alana Jakese, which is lady underscore Matte Pink, but you can find her brand Matte underscore
or
Matte
pink.
underscore Pink
Yeah.
with her artesian gel line. So we just want you guys to celebrate this young lady for, coming out of her box and reinventing her wheel, but then making it just a little bit better.
Judah, like it's true. Like, we love Erica Badu, and she was like, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my, like, it's true. Because you
Right.
make a product and you love it and you think it's great, but the public has to love it. And if
Yes.
someone else love it and you're like, oh. So I think this is absolutely the most vulnerable thing I've ever done.
Oh, wow.
And this is also the most progress I've ever made.
Oh, wow.
So I'm quite proud of myself. But I'm also very blessed for all the support that I'm having. I never had this amount of support. People are like DMing me like, girl, it's time to drop this collection. And I'm so grateful for everyone.
So, and thank everybody for all her supporters too, as well. If you're listening to this, go ahead and hit her up and type in those codes and stuff so you can get in there and get that product, because I think it's going to be a #1 seller. Definitely it's going to be a #1 seller.
Thank you. I accept that.
Yes.
So what's our topic for our finale?
Our finale is love, ending love.
Yeah.
Yes, the season finale.
Judah, one thing I want to bring up right now, again, I think we've talked about this before, is loving on yourself and loving on your family members during this time of the year.
Oh, yes.
And I want to bring that up.
Seasonal love.
Seasonal love, yeah. But definitely reaching out to people who mean a great deal to you, because you never know what people are going through during the holidays. Some folks have lost mothers and fathers and friends. You never know what people are dealing with. And so I think this is, I don't know if you saw it, but I just posted on social media that I'm taking a hiatus from my personal page, not my business page, from my personal page. And simply to kind of reconnect with God, to direct my mental, because this is the time of the year that whatever you call it, negative force, the devil, whatever you call it, attacks our mind, because we're either unable to be with our family, or we don't have a family to be with. So we just need to definitely make sure that we're reaching out to our loved ones this time of the year.
And the one thing that I posted during the other holiday was, for those people that hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, I told them, instead of texting or stamping on the Facebook or Instagram, Happy Thanksgiving, why don't you report back that you checked on 5 of your friends?
I love that. Because we're not. Everybody's taking those doorstep photos. Right.
Everybody is in the kitchen.
Everybody in the kitchen with their general picture, generic picture.
Right.
But are we really seriously reaching out to people? And then are we also reaching out to people without asking for something?
Yes.
That's the big deal. Like, don't ask for something. Don't require something of somebody this time of the year. Right. Just simply say, hey, I'm calling to check on you. How are you doing? You okay?
Yes.
I just want to make sure you're okay. And I think we don't do that enough. And I was talking to Cheryl earlier today, and she brought up a valid.
I'm just playing.
She brought up a valid point that, like, there's so much going on in the world. People are still dying. There's still things going on. Like, we're still facing traumatic experiences in our life right now.
Very
so
traumatic.
We need to really be reaching out to people, and we need to be who God intended us to be.
Yes.
Basically.
And I think we talked about that on Bible study on Wednesday, was we have to continue to do our work. Work as people, work as Christians, work as humans. And that's making sure that everyone has something. Whatever that is. And what we have to do is create the world to be better. And if we took out all the negative energy that was in this world, we will defeat what they call the enemy, or the negative vices, or the negative universe, or whatever that thing is that people have to be upset or angry all the time. And they must understand that you weren't meant to be like that It's a behavior that you took on when you saw it inducted into your life.
Yeah.
At a specific time, and that behavior continued, or that conduct continued so much it became a habitual habit for you. And somehow it sunk in your, or sank, or sunken into your mind, into your soul, into your spirit, into your body, and you held on to it. And now, guess what? The person that gave you that behavior is with you. Now you have a team that acts like you. Guess what? If that team's going to keep being negative all the time, they're just going to keep adding players. And no one's going to be happy part of that team. I've been with a flock of people before where nobody was happy. I was like, oh no, I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I got to go.
Yeah.
Got to go.
Because you can't look at everyone around you and blame them and say like, oh, this is my friend, but she's negative. This is my friend, but she gossip. This is my friend, or whatever. This is my friend, he cheats the system. You know, whatever. But you're calling these people your friends. This is a part of your identity. You see yourself. You are the company you keep.
Yes.
Point blank. Period. We're the company we keep.
So
I just wanted to make sure we are doing that.
Yes. And the thing is, in that love, I know some people are doing more reflecting this year, but be more reflective on what you bring to the table. Be more reflective on your self-love, but then again, understand what self-love means. That your self-love means an outpouring of love. Doesn't mean isolate, but also you have a couple people that you could talk to. So check on them, because you might not know how they're doing.
Judah, I think most importantly, ending 2021, we need to make it a goal to prioritize our self-love.
Yes.
You know, prioritize our self-love, because I think we're steady pouring ourselves into our friends, pouring ourselves into our family, pouring ourselves into our job, pouring ourselves into society, our church, our causes, our children.
Not me.
And nobody's pouring back into you except you. So I think if anything, it's not selfish, Judah. It's not selfish to prioritize yourself first. That doesn't mean no one else doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you see anyone less than. It means at the end of the day, I was given me. God gave me this body to take care of, right? If I don't take care of me, I can't take care of you. Okay. So I have to prioritize myself. And I think that's where we need to end the year, with being better at saying, no. Just because I'm taking a personal day for myself today doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean I'm not there for you. It means I need to take care of me today. And I need you to be okay with that.
It talked about personal day. It doesn't include nobody else.
It really don't.
Just me and the snowman. That's all.
Yeah, that's my hopes for everyone. That's my prayers for that we learn to prioritize ourselves, and that we don't feel guilt for doing it.
One prayer that I want to leave for people in this season finale is forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Most people don't know how to forgive themselves. And I want to make sure that, and people, when I'm asking you to forgive yourself, whatever that abuse was, whatever that trauma was, whatever it was, and I can go into detail about those things that I feel that people are struggling with. Let it go and forgive yourself. We are all human.
But Judah, do you think people struggle with forgiving themselves because they also keep company that reminds them of their mistakes?
Well, then again, most of the people don't know about your mistakes, like abortion. Most people don't know about what's going on. But the thing is, God has gave me revelation, and the Holy Spirit gives me revelation. It's a lot of women out there that have not forgiven themselves because they aborted a child, or they've done something that was in it and they're holding. Like, I'm not better, so this is what I will do to get by. Forgive yourself, and whatever that cleansing process is for you, just forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. let it go.
Mm-hmm.
You have to erase that behavior. You have to erase that mentality because guess what? At the end of the day, if you don't talk to somebody, if you don't do the necessary things you need to do in seeking out professional expertise and other things, you're stuck
Yeah.
and you become um, more abrupt to do savage things,
Mm.
if I could use that word.
Yeah.
Um, and it's been very heavy on my heart, especially with women, because women take on such a nurturing and helper role that sometimes they don't know how to forgive because they're too busy on everybody else, like their family, their children, different
Mm-hmm.
things. And
Mm-hmm.
and women can hold so many emotions.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the biggest problem for me is that in those emotions, we have to remember always, and I say this all the time in church services, God said, cast your cares on me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't see me with a lot of emotions. My
I
cares,
love that. I
my
really do love that.
my cares is on God.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if I'm emoting and feeling all the time, I'm subjected to be in my human self. And I'm supposed to be walking in the spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
I
I
love that you said
yeah.
that, Judah, because actually before we went live, I actually just had a conversation with one of my very good friends,
Hmm.
and she was talking to me about, her how she feels like she's not good enough for anyone. Like her
Right.
kids are so mad at her husband's mad at her, her coworkers feel like they don't know how to talk to her because she may lash out on them. And she said, I just feel like nobody wants me for me. And I told her, I said, you have to understand when you just, I don't mean to specify race, but you're just another woman, a black woman in 2021.
Hmm.
And your goal is every day when you wake up is to be there for your kids, be there for your colleagues, be there for your husband, be there. And then on top of that, as women, we also have to look good while doing it.
Hmm.
And I think that goes back to what I said. Stop looking at social media and thinking that everybody's okay because we're all putting up a facade.
Right.
We're all getting on social media when our makeup is done. I mean, let's be transparent here, Judah. You're all
Not
about
me.
transparency. I'm gonna
This
be
is
honest
me.
with you. Today I went to work with absolutely no makeup, not none. I only did a little bit of makeup for this live.
See,
you know,
this
you
me.
see what I'm
You
saying?
gonna catch
And it's
natural with me all the time. I don't even care.
yeah, and it's like, and like I told her, you have to start to identify and be easier on yourself and realize that perhaps other people have failed you because you needed them and they didn't show up for
Exactly.
you. So since they didn't show up for you, you're now taking on that guilt, and that's not okay.
It's not. And
Yeah.
that guilt continues to build. And
Mm-hmm.
then and I don't know who that friend is, but I don't want her to be in a mode of what's next for me, but since no
Yeah.
one is for me.
Mm-hmm.
I've made all of this. I sat in labor 24, 48 hours or whatever how many hours, and this is
Mm-hmm.
what I get. Because
Mm-hmm.
those emotions, because the hormonal emotions come up, because now you
Mm-hmm.
go back to the pregnancy, you go back
Mm-hmm.
to the whole 9 months, whether it was a cesarean or whatever, it
Mm-hmm.
comes up.
Well, it's the same thing for
Right.
men, Judah. A lot
Of
of men
course.
feel like they gotta always have it together
Mhm.
because they gotta
I think more so they are, uh, yeah,
be vulnerable. They can't say I need help. They can't say I'm not okay today
right.
because they're a man.
Oh,
So I feel like we all need to just be honest with ourselves.
I guess I have to show my shirt off now.
What does it say?
It's okay to not to
To not
be
be okay. I
to
love
not be
that.
okay.
Where did you get that?
And I got it on the back too. Well, I don't want to stand up too high. So it's on the back too as well. And then
I love that
it has this too. I
to
don't know if
remind you. Yeah. It
It
has to be
says
okay.
sometimes you just want to feel. Wait, hold on. Sometimes you just want to feel sad, and that is okay. Sometimes you just want to be happy, and that is also okay. Let yourself feel what you need to feel. It's okay to not be okay.
I love that. That is the best affirmation of the
Yeah,
month. It's okay to not be okay.
it is. And
Yeah.
that's my montage because I'm not saying every day it's gonna be golden and horseshoes and butterflies and skittles and I walk down the hallway with balloons and I release them every day. Some days it's a bedtime because I know it's not a bad mood, but it's a state of mind. Let's say that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, where things just not probably I don't need to be up. And most people don't understand that because we are so mechanically and systemically inclined to, oh, I got to do this, I got to do that. I got no, you
Mm-hmm.
don't have to do anything
Mm-hmm.
but be the authentic you. Yes, for
Yeah.
those who got to continue to go to work, got to do this, got to do this, but what are you chasing? Because the bills are still there. And if you're not bringing in what you are worth, then you need to reevaluate your situation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying
But
worth,
then again, at the same time, oh
go ahead.
man, this is personal. At the same time, sometimes people, it's not even about the income. It's just what's required of us as adults when we go to work. It is okay to say, like I told my boss today, I'm not okay. I'm understaffed, and but I have extra demands on me. That is not okay. It is
Right.
okay to say that. And then anyone around you, this is where I'm getting personal, everybody around you needs to understand that this is what you have to do.
Got to do.
You can't. So I guess, I like I said, I don't know what our topic was tonight, but my main thing was I
It's
wanted
called
everybody
seasonal love.
seasonal love. Check on people, like
Yes.
make sure people are okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my walk away, my takeaway. Like make sure
Yes.
everybody's okay, and reach out to people without demanding. Reach out to people without venting too, Judah.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
You know how some people, and I'm bad at that too. Sorry, Cheryl. You just call people sometimes and you just start venting. Like
Poor CP.
sometimes you just need to call people and just check on them.
But I think we have been so equipped and that's a behavior. And I released that behavior years ago because I said at the end of the day, um, what am I getting out of this if I'm not talking to the person that I'm talking about?
Oh, oh, Judah.
That part.
That part
So
right
my
there.
thing
You
is,
remember on What Coming to America when he just dropped the mic?
yeah.
That was a mic drop.
Let me tell you what I did. And I'm gonna give you an example. I had someone call me when I started that process, and they went on and on. And I said, okay. I was like, I started a new process. If you have an alt with your brother, tell your brother I'm going to put this person on three-way. Are you available to say the same thing you said to me? Because now I can't be that listening ear. I can be that conduit and that mediator between whatever argument that you had. So let's discuss and have dialogue about what A is saying and what C is saying. Because guess what? You might be telling me one story and they might have be telling me another story, but at the end of the day when we come together we can mediate this process so no one can go to bed angry.
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
Well, I'm not ready to talk, so why are you talking to me?
Wow. That
That
I
part.
hate to say it. That was me earlier. It is. But you know what? Sometimes,
Stop talking and journal it.
yeah,
So you
like
won't
yeah. Oh yeah.
so you won't make the same mistake because the one you when you talk it, it's gone, but it's gonna come back. But guess what? You're internalizing it. And once you say it out of your mouth, guess what? you've already made it known that you're angry.
But I think the highlight of what you just said, Judah, is stop talking about it if you're not going to talk to that person.
That's
Because
it.
I think that's the thing. A lot of us are not ready to talk to the person, but we want everyone else's advice. But we don't want to go directly to the source. Yeah.
I always tell people, talk to the source, not to the horse. Because the horse is going to go, keep it moving.
So I have a question for you, Judah.
Yes.
What are your top, if you had little Judah sitting in front of you?
Oh.
Little Judah.
Yeah. Hey, little
what
Judah.
Are, what are 2 key things you would always want him to know in terms of love? Besides God is love.
Okay. Besides God is love. One thing is, I will tell little Judah, no matter what his age is Daddy loves you.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that look like? I'm here for you. I'm here to support and guide you. I'm not here. I want you to understand in my love that this is something that we do together.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to love and see me cry. I want you to love and see me cook. I want you to love and see me with your mom and we are happy. Not saying that all days will be happy or be in love, but then again, knowing that the unconditional love is what we're going to bestow because we're still maintaining a good relationship. And that's what love is about. Regardless of where you are, you're able to get back on that horse and start riding, dust your knees off, and get on that horse of love.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I love that.
Now, everybody is not going to be there with you, so you have to understand what that solution is for love in that particular situation. And
Mm-hmm.
every time it's not love because that person just not going to reach that parameter there where you are.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're somebody's here and somebody's down here. That's not, oh, you can't see my hand here.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be hard. That's gonna be a far-fetched reach.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
then we have to evaluate what that love is.
I love
And
that.
in the Bible, people talk about being equally yoked. You gotta be equally yoked in love too.
Yes.
Because somebody can be pushing this way, you're pushing this way, but nobody's asking any questions or asking, what do you really want? Did we even start off in love, or was it just lust and infatuation? And now
Yeah.
we love each other because it's convenient. So,
I love that.
yeah. So he's always going to know that Daddy loves you. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And it wouldn't never be a problem because basically, um, I will have expressions and acts of love. Yeah. I do that
I,
with I do that with my godson all the time. I tell him, look, I don't need you to be angry at me. So show me or tell me why are you stomping up the stairs. See, I don't say tell me why you're angry. I tell him
mm-hmm.
about what's your action?
Your
What
actions.
made
Yeah.
what's your action? And how did you feel? I didn't say you were angry. I said, how did you feel? Now you can tell me if you were angry because the first thing we'll do is fix your face, you're angry. Maybe he had a bug in his mouth or something. We don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we base our feelings and the emotions or how we feel and predispose our feelings and emotions on people that may not or have perception about how somebody is feeling and that might not be true. So be aware of the actions and don't make assumptions about what somebody might be doing and not actually know that person for who they are. That's just like I tell people. I'm from the South.
Mm-hmm.
I listen with my arms folded. That don't mean that I'm not listening or I have an attitude. That means I'm actually really listening to you.
You have my attention.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, oh, you're that's the sign of an angry person. No, it's not.
Or they say that's defensive.
Yes, or defensive. Yeah, that's the word. So I'm not like, No, you got me all wrong, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
So then they get upset with me because I'm looking like I can repeat everything you just said to me. Because if I was so defensive, my serotonin and my pheromones would have blocked all of my hearing skills. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore, if I'm repeating back to you, guess what? I don't know how you're going to feel about it because now I have pretty much called you out on you trying to put your deposition on me that didn't affect me at all because I was just letting you know and I was listening. Now you're upset because you couldn't read me.
Yeah. Yeah.
That part.
Your interpretation.
Just an interpretation, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
love it.
I get a lot of people upset with me. It's all good.
Well, Judah, I just
Yeah.
want to thank you so much
No, I
for
thank you.
on this platform. I remember back from when you and I just had a conversation and instantly it clicked. And from what I thought I was coming to you to pick your brain and your expertise on going live and having a podcast or such. I still love the idea of a podcast, but I think my skincare line is kind of taking the forefront on that. But I want because I only got so much time in a day. It's only 1 minute,
Right,
right?
right.
But what I would say is, I love that turned into what we've been doing,
Yes.
the conversations we've been having. And I hope that while everyone may not have found every episode to their liking, I hope that there is an episode that they do like and that there are some takeaways or that we've at least intrigued someone's like way of thinking
Yes.
or their perspective on love and moving forward. And I will say, due to this, I think I will be a better lover, better future wife one day just by the conversations that we've been having. So, I pray that that's in the works for me,
Yeah.
and I will remember these episodes.
And that's one thing that God gave me the rise is for a free platform. We listen to so much filtered junk,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm gonna say filtered messages. Let's say that. It's not junk because people are pouring their hearts out, but some of it's just junk.
Yeah.
Um, but when people are able to listen, and I've had comments before saying it feels like you're talking directly at me. Well, the thing is, I'm not talking directly to anyone. But if you're convicted, that means there needs to be some
Talking
type of
directly
change.
at you.
So, in my transformation and in most of my things that I've done, I tell people I had to go through looking at me every day uh, and what I did and holding myself accountable and responsible. And I don't think people really know what that is.
Yeah.
Like, I really had to turn my inside skin outward
Mm-hmm.
and reveal my real self.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff in there. So, me really scrubbing the inside of my inner self
Mm-hmm.
from trauma, just different things. And most people don't want that truth like that. They don't want that transparency. Most people are good with the lies because it's the behavior that they learn. And it's okay for them to lie. It's okay for them to do the things they do. So I'm employing people to actually um, really think about your goal and purpose in life, but also look at your driven purpose with God too as well. Because I'm going
Absolutely.
to always say that God is my first priority besides anything else, even just looking at me, because if I'm doing his will, he already got me. Um, and for those who believe the universe, this, whatever the third, and I don't know, but I just have to know for me that moving toward my upward goal, which is heaven, I continue to be in love with who I become.
Mm-hmm.
But it started with self love and learning how to scrub that old person off because that old person held on to a lot of stuff and be able to breathe with reality of I'm actually breathing for myself now.
I'm not breathing hate. I'm not breathing jealousy. I'm not trying to chase this or chase that. I'm okay just where I am.
Yeah.
So that's the love that I want to give out to everyone is be okay with who you are right now.
I love that. That's powerful. Yeah.
Just be okay with who you are right now.
So we're always looking at who we used to be and we're always looking at who we want to be, but we're not accepting that the present is a present.
And the
Yeah.
futures will be the same because if you're a child of God, remember his word never changes. So be that authentic you.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? It means self love, building you to become a better you if you need that, but only you know if you need that. I can't tell you if
Yeah.
you need that. A therapist can't tell you whether you need that
Yeah.
because they don't know everything about you. And if you want to hold on, one thing that I told my father, and I said, I have to unlock my truths.
Yikes. How was his response to that?
He went fine because he was like, what does that mean? I said, I have been embedded with so many lies. I have to unlock my truth. Who is Judah truthfully?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this thing in, I think on Instagram where somebody was actually had a key in somebody's head and they had a little lock thing on it. I was like, whoa, that just exploded everywhere on me. I was looking like, that's me. Because you're holding on to so many things. And just imagine if you can just unlock the truth, whether you got burned or whether you abused yourself on your arms, unlock that truth. Your heart, your heavy heart, unlock
Yeah.
that truth. That
Yeah.
bad knee where you were beat at and abused, unlock that truth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All of that, just unlock it.
I love it. I love it. I
Unlock
love it.
it. Oh my gosh, just unlock it. I mean, you will regain strength. You will regain power over yourself to know that in that power you've overcame and you're no longer a victim, but you're a victor.
Yes.
It's a lot, it's a hard process, trust me. It took a long process for me, a total of 4 years. Four. But I had to remove myself from a lot of stuff. And I'm still removing myself from people.
Did
Because
you lose people along the way?
of course, I don't care. I have God. And God will restore my friends just like he did Job.
Yeah.
Remember, because those same people that was with me, like, hey.
I don't, but I have my Bible. I need to read the story of Job now.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. That's powerful. Thank you for that. I need to read the story of Job. I
You
need to
will,
refresh on that
yes,
one.
yes. And I'm talking about read the entire Job. You'll be like,
Yeah.
oh. And that was me, and I hate to go, I'm not a biblical scholar, but when I read, I retain the knowledge, and that's one thing that I ask God to give me wisdom, and that He did. And sometimes I'm afraid of what I know, and sometimes I'm afraid of how to deliver it. Sometimes because it's just powerful when He gives it to you. So I'm excited, I'm elated, and first of all, I just love everyone.
Yes.
And I'm glad that he took me through those tests and trials because I don't know if I would have been on a single straight, narrow path in any um, curricula of people or social environment that I've been through. So many social environments, I'm able to adapt. And that's
Mm-hmm.
one thing that I like about it, that I'm glad I wasn't just held sheltered in this or that or this or that. I became like I tell people all the time, I became like Paul, that I can be a Jew, I can be a Gentile, I can be a Corinth, I can be a Thessalonian, all those people. That's how much knowledge that I've espoused from him. So I'm just happy. I'm excited. So that's
I'm
me.
excited for you, Judah. And I wish you nothing but love God's truest love, happiness, joy, peace, and just full prosperity along your future journey. Like, I love that for you.
Yeah. And see, it's okay to play with snowman. It's supposed to light up. I was gonna be like, hey, look at my little snowman. I was gonna put it up here, but oh well, props, they always fail. Yeah.
Along
But
with Facebook.
look, it wasn't his season to shine. So, I just want to know what any takeaways, anything like that. I want people to really just keep listening and supporting, and not only support me, but support Cheryl Peterson. I'm on that book. I got to go and get
Yeah.
my copy now. It's a vegan cookbook, volume 1 and volume 2. Definitely be able to taste the great eat she have. It's just
She has
amazing.
entrees, desserts, and I think she has breakfast items in there too. Like, she has a
Yes,
breakfast smoothie, and so it's like breakfast, entree, desserts, appetizers.
and
Like, it's like everything.
I don't know if it's called a wet brownie or a moist brownie or something, but I know it's a brownie. uh,
I personally ate those jackfruit nachos, and I was very ecstatic over that. So,
she did the
I look
mush.
forward to making more of her
She did
recipes.
pasta and the mushrooms for
Mm-hmm.
me. The king crab mushrooms or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was some big mushrooms, but they were delicious.
Oh, the
And we
oyster mushrooms.
oyster mushrooms. I said
Those
king
are her
crab.
thing. She loves
Yes,
the oyster mushrooms. That
yes,
is her
yeah.
thing.
So
I'm here for it because it does replace chicken when you fry it. It
yeah, it
really
does.
does.
It does.
Yeah.
And she had come up to the DC area. We had dinner. Was it Thanksgiving or something? It might have
Mm-hmm.
been the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we recorded it. It's on one of the things. I'll probably drop it since she ain't ready to book with me just yet,
No,
so we
she's
could do.
ready here. She's
Oh,
ready for
that is
to talk about her book.
that
It's
is
long.
Blender Brownie. That's what it is. But I think it was something about wet and moist, and then I don't know what it was.
That's what you remember because that's what you was
Yeah.
looking forward to for the brownies. You wanted them to be wet and
I was
moist.
looking like, whoa, they look very tasteful. I can't wait to put my Blender
Yeah.
Brownies into effect because that's one thing that I want to do. Yes.
I definitely say no matter what, I mean, there's a lot of Black vegan cookbooks out there, and then
Yes.
there's a lot of vegan cookbooks, period. But one thing that I have to rave and I have to applaud her on is the fact that this was a self financed
Yes.
project for her. You know what I mean? This was her blood, sweat, and tears, her own working finances, no capital,
Yes.
no investors. This is what she did on her own. And these recipes were also inspired by her beautiful mother
Yes, tell
as
her I miss
well.
her. I gotta call her.
Yes. So it's a good family cookbook. And then not only that, I think it's gonna be an amazing Christmas gift. I mean, it's like $30 or so on on Amazon. I mean, you're gonna
I
buy
don't
Christmas
care how
gifts.
much it is.
Get someone something that could be beneficial to
Yeah.
them. And then when Matte Pink Skin drops, get your friends
Yes.
some products so they don't be ashy.
And the one thing that I want to tell people is because a lot of people think that I get monetization and things, and from this, I don't.
By
This is
God, you from
I don't.
God you do.
That's it. That's it. Because he supplies all my needs, and I'm able
Yeah.
to fund this. But when it becomes to the point where, oh, you're getting this, and I was like, yo, I'm not getting anything, but I'm getting favor from God, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
rich. I'm rich in spirit, and
Yeah.
so I'm thankful for that because basically that means He wants me to keep doing it without. And like I tell people, I can be very the genuine and transparent me because guess what? I don't have a producer. I don't have anyone editing my information. I do everything. um, um, would I like a team? Yes, but then again, it has to be a spiritual team because you never know when someone's want to steal all your joy or your thunder. Because if it's not that season, we'll know when that season comes. But God is sending me people, and I'm glad and I'm thankful for His authority.
Yeah.
So we're going to
Yeah.
end with that. We've been talking quite some time, and I know people are still listening, but thank you guys for
I love
listening.
you guys. Thank you
Love you,
so much.
Ties,
Thank you
too.
so much for having me over these last few months. I wish you beautiful prosperity on
Yes.
the rise.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
and I'm super honored that you chose me to be your co-host for season 4.
yes. So don't forget, lady underscore Matt Pink at Instagram, Alana
Yeah.
Jakese, and that's Jakese on Facebook. And definitely, do we have a kind of like a roundabout date when we're gonna drop, or we don't want to
I'm
push that just yet?
I'm definitely thinking mid to early to mid January.
Okay,
I'm gonna get those samples out to you and to some other folks just to kind
okay,
of do like a soft launch for
okay,
feedback. But
okay.
I'm definitely thinking early to mid January for me. I'm gonna do a big shebang. It's gonna be pretty and pink and glitter and confetti and all.
Oh,
Definitely stay with the name. So I would love for you to be in attendance to that. I'm gonna go live, and I would love for people to
yes,
hop in and talk about their feedback from the product. So I'm looking
yes,
forward, and I'll be in a bigger space, which is going to be great. So, a lot is happening.
that's
God is so
great.
faithful to us, and I'm so grateful. So I love you, Judah. Thank
Love
you
you
so
too
much.
as well. Thank you so much. We're giving hugs all the way from DC to
I know, and I
Texas.
have to actually meet you in person one
I
day.
know, I know, I know. I don't get to
You
Texas
think we met
often
in
at all.
person before?
Exactly. So it's just great, but when spirits are so communed and when this he said when two or three are gathering his name, they're touching, agreeing, he'll be in the
Yeah.
midst. So that's the most important part, where we can invite or invoke the Holy Spirit to be in our conversation, but
Mm-hmm.
knowing that those conversations are led through by the Holy Spirit too as well. So thank you so much. You guys have a good night, and end with a prayer always, because God is watching you. Bye. Oh, tell a friend, tell a foe, tell your spouse. Heck, tell everyone. Make sure you are watching season 5. We actually will be on audio in season 5, just trying to test that out where you can dial in. So go ahead and drop me, DM me those email addresses so I can put them in, and make sure that you're tagged in them so we can get live audience and you'll be able to ask your questions too as well. So we are looking forward to that, and we have several co-hosts. I did mention one named D, and we want to make sure that we are congratulating and inspiring our co-hosts and people who want to build a podcast. Let me be honest with you, you got to have some creativity and originality, but most important, you have to have God in it too as well. If you're planning on building it, if you're trying to build it for financial wealth and things like that, then that's something totally different. But mine is God-driven, truth and transparency. So we'll see you later, okay? Bye.
Bye.